Well, Lingling, thank you for joining me. We finally are bringing our event to London, where you are at. We thought we need you to speak. We'll bring the event to you if we have to. So we're very happy to have you involved. The things that you're doing in sports around blockchain technology is really incredible. I'm excited for the community to hear about that. But you have an incredible background with sports, the FIFA World Cup, the Olympics, just this incredible, consistent achievements in the sports world. So maybe before we dive into things like a sports DAO and fan tokens, maybe you could tell us a bit about your background in sports and how you became involved in the blockchain industry.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Ian, for having me for the NFT.London fire chat. Where is the fire? Yeah, so I began my consulting business for a cryptocurrency exchange platform early last year for its sports sponsorship strategy. And during that period of time, which is quite long, more or less 8 months. So I had the opportunity to understand the needs from both sides, the crypto world as well as the sports world. And then early this year, I also helped Binance to become the official sponsor for AFCON African Cup. And so the more I know about it, the more I just feel fascinated about what crypto or blockchain can bring to us, and I really want to learn more about it. Thank you for having me, and I'm really excited to attend the NFT.London in November.
Well, we're excited to have you come and speak. I think a lot of people look forward to what you have to share. Talking about DAOs and a sports DAO, DAO is a Chinese word. Do you want to tell our audience what DAO means? You and I were just talking about that.
Yeah. So of course, crypto world, people from crypto world know what DAO means, the decentralized autonomous organization. And in Chinese, is also a philosophy called Taoism. And Taoism basically teaches people about the various disciplines for achieving perfection through self-cultivation, and so that people can live in harmony. So I think Dao is a beautiful word. The word of Dao in Chinese also means a root, a solution. Because I'm so passionate about sports and blockchain, so I find there is a huge gap actually between sports properties and crypto-related business. Maybe DAO could be a way to solve the problem. And what I have learned last year for my experience is, on one hand, crypto, especially crypto exchange platforms. Yes, they have money. They use sports property as a platform for brand exposure and to expand their users. On the other hand, however, most of the sports properties have very little knowledge about crypto, while of course they're happy to accept what they have been offered by crypto companies with big money as sponsors. I also realized that sports properties should also understand what blockchain technology and innovation can do for them, and how then they can implement a proper strategy that fits their sport. So this is the gap I found out, and vice versa.
Well, you have done a lot of things in the space, and now you're talking about things around sports DAO and fan tokens. So for organizations, maybe huge leagues or individual teams or even individual athletes, they're going to have to start thinking about the different types of automations that are available through Web3 technology. As they consider these things, can you help give some ideas around what does a fan token executed well look like, and what does a sports DAO done right, what would that look like, and how would that be structured as well?
Yeah, I think fan token and DAO are very different things. They are actually complete different routes. So if you look at fan token or what blockchain can bring to the industry, I think blockchain could definitely do more things than fan token, because fan token, they might give minor voting rights to the fans, in my opinion, is more of additional revenue stream for sports clubs or some unique fan experience. However, for sports DAO, I have this vision that in the future, we may not necessarily need any governing bodies in sports. A DAO comprised of sportsmen, sportswomen, and its fans will form the DAO for the development of the sports and making important decisions and create the sports world that they own and even manage by themselves. And blockchain technology makes it all possible. And we just need to understand it better and embrace the technology. That's my vision and my dream.
Well, we like that vision and we like that dream.
Thank you.
Where is the momentum right now? What type of organizations are leaning in to this? Because you're working with all different sides of the sports industry. So where are you having the greatest reception right now at this point?
I'm not sure if I understand your question that well, but I think there are already many NFT events. They are doing DAO very well. And of course, there are also projects that are not doing so well. But if you look at, there is one called, I think it's on Ethereum, it's called the Link DAO, and quite popular in among the golfers. And it actually doing quite well job. I think that's probably it's a very interesting use case that people can look at and try to learn what they have done and how they create the communities and how they create the kind of the ownership of the sports and even the ownership of a future golf course. But that's a use case that I'm quite interested in looking into.
Well, we're looking forward to having you come share at our event. I think another huge benefit for the community is to be able to spend time with each other. And so I imagine there'll be lots of people. I know at NFT NYC, we had 16 different tracks. And one of the tracks was on sports. And there were so many speakers that were focused on sports. It was an entire day on a stage that the focus was that. So I believe there's going to be a lot of interest around your perspective on this. Any final words that you might want to share with the community before we wrap up our conversation?
Yeah, of course. I want to mention something which I actually learned from you, from your YouTube video about the futures of NFTs. Because I totally agree with you that NFT is not about flipping. It's all about the mission and also a vision that we share in building a better world that we own as a community. And that's the reason I love it and want to be part of it.
Well, that's very kind for you to bring up something I had shared in your interview. How thoughtful of you. Well, I think people will be quoting what you share at NFT.London pretty soon. That's one of the great advantages of our team recording everything and being able to share that freely. It's incredible. We've had over 2,000 people, different people come and speak at our conferences. And now bringing the event to Great Britain, being in Europe, we get a whole new group of incredible thinkers and builders like yourself that get to join us and participate in guiding and educating the industry. And a lot of this time is around visions and dreams, because we're still kind of in the third trimester of this industry. It's not quite born yet. It's still being developed. And I thank you for the things you're doing to help develop the industry. I look forward to seeing you in London in just a couple of months, November 3rd and 4th. And for anybody that is watching this live, or especially that watches the recording of our conversation, thank you so much for your attention.